Okay, so where we last left off, you just, you're still broken, battered, bleeding, a lot of you. Some of you are still having a hard time breathing because you took a bunch of damage from the poison cloud that the Iron Golems extruded. The golems are, of course, not looking so good. The one on the top still is pitted with rust, as it was when you fought it the first time. And the one that you actually were dealing damage to is looking pretty worn out, like it's about to fall apart. Kreetha, when Durgeddin made his command to the Iron Golems to cease their violence, Kreetha sort of curled up on the ground. Like, she didn't fall over, but she kind of curled up on the ground, and Stinky kind of curled up on the ground with her, and she is just out. Just absolutely unconscious.
That's fine.
What do you do?
Whose turn is it? Are we still in initiative?
No, there is no longer any danger here. That said, I do notice the presence of a T-Rex here, so why don't we go ahead, just for the sake of fun, and start over here with Calder and Echo. Echo, you are a T-Rex. You have just been saved from going over the waterfall. At some part of your mind in the back of your brain says that maybe you could have survived anyway, but at the moment you're just very, very happy that you're not going over that waterfall. And the person that helped you is right in front of you, not in the water. Let's move him back a little bit.
Well, he's on the broom.
Oh, that's right. He's flying. Never mind. That's true. Yeah. What do you do? Let's start with you.
The T-Rex. What does T-Rex Echo do?
I'm asking what T-Rex Echo does.
Can
I get a map?
Oh yes.
Did T-Rexes have dark vision?
No.
No, they do not.
No. Okay. So I don't think I clocked what's happening with Kreetha.
It's dark.
Because I was under the water and now I'm a T-Rex.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta be a T-Rex.
Okay,
but all of the forges are lit, you said, so those are light sources in here.
Yes, there is a sort of low red-orange light that is emanating from every forge in that area of the map.
I think Echo... Now, T-Rexes have an intelligence of 2.
You're so smart, Echo.
As a reminder to folks that are watching, the polymorph spell
changes all your game
statistics. Your stats become the stats of the thing you're polymorphed into, including, and this is different from like 3.5, including your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So right now, Echo is Echo with Echo's personality, but an intelligence of 2.
Yeah, you retain your personality and your alignment, and that's it.
Love that for you.
So Echo's little T-Rex hand is being held by Calder because he had to, reach Echo to cast the spell. So Echo's little T-Rex hand is going to hold on tight and go charging over to his friends.
Calder's response will be some flavor of meep.
I was just going to ask how Calder is responding, but it seems like he's being yanked along.
Or just holding on to the broom is his goal.
Are you running like over Vic? You can. You have the size for it, but are you like dump?
Yeah, stepping over Vic.
Awesome. And we'll move Calder over here as well.
And Echo was not listening, paying attention, grokking the fact that the Iron Golems have stopped. So Echo's gonna bite the one there.
Love that.
Take an attack roll. It does still have an armor class.
Oh, but I can get a really shitty. So, I'm trying to get in there, but my head's really big, and I'm not trying to hit like Lou or anybody else.
But also, like, you can get your mouth around the Iron Golem. They're not fast. It's just like imagine biting into a barbell. Yes, I suppose you theoretically could do some damage, but yeah, you're biting down into what feels like solid metal and a little bit like fire, and it's not very pleasant.
And he's going to be disappointed by that, and then whip his tail around over Merryweather to hit the other one. Because this tail has reach. That's right.
The tail has reach. Go ahead and make that attack.
That's very good. I like that.
Again, you're able to slam into it, and it just stands there, does not make a single move, tanks the hit, and awaits further orders.
I'm gonna make a check real quick, an intelligence check.
Oh god, at a -4.
Echo, being frustrated, is going to make a T-Rex roar super fucking loud. Just, cue the sound bit from Jurassic Park.
I'll try to remember to put it in there at the YouTube. I'm sure Steven Spielberg won't mind.
Legally distinct other noise.
Yes, and that's what he's doing.
Let's talk to everybody else. So, Vic, there's this big old dinosaur that just tried to bite the golem that is no longer active. What do you do?
I'm pretty sure I saw the polymorph spell go down.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the dinosaur by the tail.
Hey,
like a hug, or like trying to like grapple him.
It's gonna be a badly attempted grapple for sure.
Hell yeah, let's do.
Unfortunately, a T-Rex is at a size that you are not actually capable of even making a grapple check. However, I think it has to be within. You have to be within one size range. Yeah.
Yes.
Unless
you have a special thing.
There are special things that let you do that. But I will say that you definitely grab the T-Rex's tail, and you can get his attention, but you won't have any control over the tail if that's what you're looking for.
I have no intention of having a control over the tail.
Perfect. Then you're in the right spot.
Wee.
This is after the tail is used to attempt to club the Iron Golem.
Yeah. Club, and then it like comes back over.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is. I don't think I had anything special going up. Let me check the party sheets.
Point of order: Echo is has feathers on, like, along the spine, top of the head, down the spine. I know T-Rexes probably didn't have feathers when they were fully grown,
Who
but
cares?
They might have.
a
You don't know. They could have been
T-Rex.
giant chickens.
I wasn't there.
Magical T-Rex.
So Merriweather, who has been on the ground because he took some serious damage at the end of that fight. He's going to sort of stagger to his feet, and he's going to look up and he's going to say, "Well, I didn't miss that part of adventuring." And he looks up and up and up at Echo, and he looks down at Calder, and he looks up at Echo, and just gives a, "So how long are you going to let this go?" But in a vaguely sort of amused kind of way. He definitely doesn't look upset. He's just like, okay.
Calder is going to do his best to, use the broom to try and get in front of Echo T-Rex's face and attempt to soothe T-Rex. Hey.
How do you want to handle that, Gail?
Definitely, like, pays attention, like, turns one side of the head to look at you. Because you look fucked up, right? Like, you're at 1 HP, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm at 1 HP.
You're not at 1 HP. You did take a healing word before the end of game last time, but you're not looking good.
Okay.
No, I'm at how much did I heal from the healing word? It was not a lot. It was not a lot. But yeah, otherwise just petting the front of the nose, like, you're fine. You are fine.
Then Echo will lean into it. He is very easily distracted right now. So between, like, noticing Vic on the tail and then, like, Calder pets, he is making a purring sound at this, like a deep rumbling purring sound, like a bird trill almost.
Okay.
And it will be at that point that everyone kind of notices that Kreetha's unconscious. With the possible exception of T-Rex Echo, who is wrapped up in empty head, no thoughts.
Or it might be the empty head, no thoughts that notices Kreetha first and just, like, barrels us over to it.
Well, he could, like, lean forward and look over the furnace towards her, but I don't know. It's like, she's not injured. She just curled up and is not responding, right?
She does not look in distress. She looks asleep. It doesn't look like a particularly comfortable place to sleep, although sleeping right next to the forge is a very warm spot. That's something a lizard brain would clock. But yeah, She doesn't look injured or hurt or in distress.
All right. I don't speak Dwarven, so we're going to need Echo before too long. Are we under
Say
attack?
The two people that speak Dwarven are incapacitated and a T-Rex.
Love that.
Turn toward Thomas. Do you speak Dwarven?
I speak Dwarven. Durgeddin's voice echoes over the forge, and as he speaks, the magical lines in the forge kind of glow in time with his voice. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to be quite so booming. I'm still learning these, wow. This is so much less confining than being in a blade.
T-Rex Echo is trying to find the source of this noise.
It's coming from all around you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello, Your Highness.
Greetings, and my apologies for not being able to stop them sooner. They could have dealt you a great deal of harm, and that would have been at least partially on me, so I appreciate that you survived as long as you did.
Vic is just gonna like slide off of the tail and probably into the water, and then climb out. Wet. Fully shakes like a dog and just sits there.
Yeah. T-Rex Echo will, with his huge will step, because that bridge got destroyed, I remember.
Yes, that bridge is no longer a bridge.
To Merryweather and like put his big head down so that Merryweather could like climb on and get across the water.
Oh, okay, I got you. Like literally, you could just move your head over there, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll get over.
Like a train.
Yeah, no problem.
It's still Echo. It's just Echo is very big right now.
And dumb.
The
And
tail wags.
Wham, 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 wham.
Vic is very happy that
And
she dropped
frankly,
off the fucking tail.
and frankly adorable. We'll try and scratch an area behind the where the ear would be.
In unison, the two Iron Golems turn and back off so that they are like parallel to each other and out of your way. And then they again go back to their neutral pose.
So that was new.
Yes. A failsafe built into the Forge of Fury that even I did not know about. Now I do.
No offense, Your Highness. I am not terribly enjoying your house.
Nor am I, but circumstances being what they are, I'm glad this was here.
I would perhaps be of a better mind if I didn't recently just get clobbered by one of those things.
For what it is worth, they are fully under my control now, and such a thing will not happen again as long as I am present.
I'll hold you to that.
T-Rex Echo's gonna start walking around and like sniffing at the walls and like growling at the golems, but like kind of like taking in the space.
Sure.
All right. So are you the forge or are you the castle? What are we dealing with here?
My vision is only in the forge for the time being. I see something wrong with the forge, but that is not for you to worry about. Kreetha is okay. She is simply recovering from the loss of our connection.
I cannot imagine that is easy.
No.
Well, so what do we do now? What does this give? What advantage, aside from controlling the Iron Golems, what does this give us?
I am learning. Quickly, but I am learning. This is a level of consciousness I've never experienced before. I feel our next step should be for you to rest. and potentially to repair these constructs that have protected this area from, if my new memory serves, at least a dozen attacks from the orcs and the dwerger.
What would heal? What can be done to repair them?
He starts to think. I need Arcana checks from anyone who is proficient. Vic, you can take advantage since constructs are kind of your thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Just want it noted. Echo almost stepped on and broke the other bridge, but actually got a pretty good intelligence check to not do it.
Look at you go.
I'm gonna make a sorcery. I'm gonna make myself a sorcery point and re-roll that because that was garbage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll take the 18.
So Vic recognizes it just before Calder recognizes it. Iron Golems do not take damage from fire magic. In fact, they heal an amount equal to the amount of damage that would be done. So fire magic could be used to heal them. Both of them are definitely damaged.
Can you make the Iron Golem stand next to each other?
Clomp.
I'm gonna just start pumping fire bolts into this one that I'm standing next to.
Nice. So as it's sort of clomping its way over, it can just walk through the water.
I'll walk with it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Echo
Like,
sees attack flying.
The goal is I'm putting my hand against it and putting the fire bolts into it. Or like, the little gun that I have that shoots fire bolts.
Yeah, totally.
Like fucking needles.
Echo sees the attack start happening, but then like clocks that like Vic is just following this thing and like doesn't body tackle the golems yet.
In video game mode, you would see like little green plus signs.
And yes. Jeff, go ahead.
Once they're staying next to each other, Calder will twist it, will concentrate, cast a spell, and will cast Wall of Fire.
Facing inward.
Facing inwards, circling both of them, and in so doing, dropping the concentration of T-Rex Echo.
Yeah. So no problem. So that will drop the concentration. So we will go ahead and remove T-Rex Echo.
Like just finishes stepping across the water and
and we will place
the heavily wounded Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Heavily wounded Echo. Back on the tracker. Awesome.
As soon as I notice that Echo has shown the fuck back up, I will zoom over in that direction. It takes a bit. And I'm gonna drop Cure Wounds.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll that. We will go ahead and say that between the Wall of Fire and the fire bolts, the golems are healed up to full.
And Echo is going to thank Vic and scurry on over to Kreetha.
Just for a quick thing, it's gonna be, you're not afraid of needles, aren't you? Stab.
Echo, who's standing
Adrenaline
there,
shot.
ears
okay.
pierced,
Adrenaline
nose
shot.
pierced. He has studs set into his collarbones. No, I'm not afraid of needles.
Yeah, you get 2 adrenaline shots, probably to the back. Like, not where they're supposed to be, but they're there now.
Thanks. Did you apply it? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. I gave you that. It was a total of 22 hit points.
Oh yeah, he's looking much better now. So yeah, Echo will go over to Kreetha. He takes Durgeddin at his word that he knows what magical weird shit's going on with her, but he's going to check her over, just the general medicine check, just in case.
Go ahead and make that medicine check. A 19? Okay. She is not injured anymore. I mean, you do note as you're looking down that like she does have injuries from the Nightscale fight that have hastily knitted together because of magical healing.
Magic.
But She seems perfectly hale and healthy at the moment, yes.
Right. Just gonna kind of arrange her to be not sleeping pressed against the hot fucking forge, but like tucked against Stinky. And then Echo, in a moment of post T-Rex clarity, is gonna go, "Fuck! I dropped my broom. Is the broom still there? Did it get washed down the waterfall?"
Let's go ahead and Gail, roll me a d4. I've got 4 possible outcomes in mind. A 1. Okay. So, you, as you think about it, are able to sort of look over. Actually, you can't tell at the moment because it's outside of your dark vision. You have no idea what happened to your broom. But I know what happened to your broom based on that roll.
Is it outside of my dark? Is it outside of my dark vision?
It's not.
Yes, Calder, as you're looking around for like, oh wow, there's a broom possibly missing, you see that it is snagged on that spot where the river forks, where T-Rex Echo was. It is currently wedged between a pair of rocks, having not gone over the waterfall.
We'll head over there with my own broom, just like coasting. And then we'll mage hand it up to me.
No problem. So you're able to get that broom out of a situation that it might have been destroyed in.
And one more thematic thing I wanted to throw in, like as he's like at one point he'll stop, cough violently, something horrific and black will come out of his mouth, and he'll spit it into the water and continue on.
Ugh.
Gross.
Strength of the grave is not healthy for you.
No, it's not great for you. It saved your ass, but yeah.
Oh, well. Return to the group, we'll just toss Echo the broom and then like lie down next on the ground.
Yes.
Echo is making his way towards you.
You are safe to rest here, my friends. The golems will watch over you. I will watch over you.
They're not gonna. You sure you got this? You're not gonna like fade out and then they'll turn to murder bots again?
No. No, I understand this machinery now.
I am gonna take your word for it because I am utterly tapped out.
Rest, friend.
With the 24 Arcana check,
Mhm.
did I get any more information about these Iron Golems besides the fact that if I give them fire, they get good again?
Yes. So a couple of things. One, you believe that the rust that was on them before you came in was not the result of natural decay. These are constructs, they do not decay naturally. Something caused the pits of rust that you saw in your fight against them. And finally, you are able to corroborate that these things look to your magical eye very much connected to the magic of this forge. If Durgeddin is currently in control of the magic of the forge, then he is in control of the Iron Golems.
Okay.
Do they... Echo's asking out loud to Durgeddin, do they have consciousness? Do they have a memory of what's been going on here that you could ask?
They have witnessed, but they do not understand. They know invaders and not invaders, so they can give some idea, but they see invaders and they are, for lack of a better term, programmed to attack.
Yeah, they don't have CI, constructed on intelligence.
If you give me some time, I may be able to find what I can find out of them. Is there anything in particular you were looking for?
And like Echo gestures to the chamber in general, like a lot of fucking blood. And if it was them painting the walls, I understand, but if it wasn't them, if this is somebody else's thing that they're setting up for, I would like to know.
I will think on this. I will have an answer for you by the time you are done with your rest. Thomas, by the way, the moment he hears any thought of there's rest happening, he pulls out one of those little, those like foldable chairs. He sits down and he pulls out an honest-to-God hurdy-gurdy.
Fuck yes.
And begins to crank it.
I just have questions about where his ass has them.
Does he have
Yes.
like a big backpack?
He definitely has some sort of magical storage capacity, yes. And he begins to crank the hurdy-gurdy and kind of sort of make a little bit of a camping tune. And then he lets go of it and it keeps playing.
Echo's gonna, when he got over to Calder, he is checking him over, looking, it's mostly poison that got him, right? Like, he didn't get hit very much. It was just the poison gas that hit him, right?
Yeah. Yes. That's what got me.
Yeah, Echo's just kind of checking you over, cast Cure Wounds on you, thinking about casting his last spell as another Cure Wounds on you. He's debating it in his mind. But yeah, I mean, if Durgeddin's got the watch, Echo will pay attention and, like, do we hear anybody else approaching? Do we...
You can make me a perception check with disadvantage. There is still rushing water.
There is. Echo's wondering whether or not we want to go open the door and check out before we settle down for a rest. And he'll say as much out loud. Do we want to go peek past that big door over there and see if there's, like, an ambush waiting for us?
Calder will reach up and we'll reach up and grab Echo by the face. No one is going anywhere until we rest. The giant robots have it.
Okay.
And almost as though in response, the two of them move as one
to block
to block access to the door from either side.
Echo says a thank you in Dwarven out loud for that. And then he turns to Calder and like kind of seems to be struggling with his words for a bit. And then he just grabs Calder up in a hug and says, "Thank you."
How was like?
Thank you.
What was it like being a T-Rex?
Is that what that's called? That thing that you turned me into?
The word is it's an old elven word for king lizard.
It was odd to be that tall. And it was very hard to think when I was in that form.
It's okay. Once we put you in front of something that is much softer than iron golems, we'll get to test it out for real.
That was a bit of bad luck there, getting my foot stuck in it.
Yes, that's been going around.
And Echo pulls out the necklace that he has, the amulet of Tamora, and he just kind of looks at it and goes, "Normally I'm not worried about luck, but now I'm kind of connected to it, and I'm worried. I'm very worried."
Much like the weather, luck is a thing I can't bother to worry about. I can't affect it, so there's no point wasting energy into it.
What's Vic up to?
Oh,
just wanted to check in really quick.
Vic is going to go over to Kreetha and Stinky and move them away from the fire.
Yeah, I didn't move out of the space, but she's not leaning against the forge anymore.
No,
But drag away.
Vic is going to pick them up and move them. Probably roundabout to across the bridge to where there was that kind of weird little campy thing going on over there. And basically like tuck them in for the night. She's gonna be confused about whether or not she should put Stinky halfway in the mud. If she should get mud for Stinky, she doesn't know. But she's gonna like kind of try to make them comfy, and is gonna set up her own her own sleeping / like resting arrangements in a protective way around them.
Echo will follow over to that spot and offer to help Calder up and walk over there too.
Like he'll like acquiesce because that's like he doesn't want to move right now.
But before they
actually, you know what? Eff it, I have one more spell slot left before I'm utterly spent. Like he'll just look over and go, I don't want to move. We'll gently grab Echo by the arm and we'll dimension door us 25 feet.
Yes, if I had that magic, I would do that all the time.
And then with that, Calder just goes to sleep.
Echo will like tuck Calder in a little bit more, bend down and press a kiss to his forehead and cast Cure Wounds on him again. Just in case. Hey, that's a good one.
And with that, the light from the forge dims enough so that it's easy to ignore, easy to sleep through, although Calder doesn't really care. Calder's asleep no matter what happens.